Okay guys, we're going to start the tile on the hot tub deck itself today. Tom's up in the bathroom right now getting a layout, so we're going to go up there and see what he's up to. We're going to be using those 6x6 tiles. I think they're 6x6. They might be 8x8, but let's go up and see what he's got. I guess I'm going to play cut man today, and Tom's going to be setting, so I'm going to be setting the camera down and picking it up quite a few times while we're trying to do this, because I don't actually have a cut guy today. So to speed things up on the job site, I'm going to cut. I'll try to film what I can. Maybe Tom will come down and do a couple of the cuts on the wet saw for us. Actually, I think I hear him up there right now cutting using our score and snap saw. So let's go up there and see what he's up to. And we'll show you how to tile a jet tub deck.
Coming down to cut a couple.
He's coming down. I just got done telling him I was going to be your cut man. But you might be nice enough to cut a couple just for display.
Yeah, what I did is I got my marks on 6 tile that I need, and I put an X on my factory edge because I want my factory up against the sluter, the cut up against the tub, where I know I'm going to be grouting.
Okay, and the sluter, as you recall, is that metal edge that we use to hide all the cuts on our tile. So that's what we're going to be using to edge out the whole job. We're going to use the wet saw. And probably the grinder as well. Alright, so that's our wet saw. Now we own that saw, but you can rent these saws at any rented center. You can also purchase a saw like that at Home Depot. It may not be the exact same name brand as what we have here, but they definitely sell small portable wet saws like this. They're great because they don't make any dust because they got a water cooling pump inside that keeps cold water on your cutting wheel. Alright, it's always watering the wheel so you don't get any dust, and it makes a perfect laser cut through the tiles. No chips. I mean, it's as fine of a cut as you're going to get with any tile cutting tool. All right, so that's our wet saw. We're going to probably be using that for most of the cuts for the hot tub. All right, so these are our top pieces, Tom.
Yeah.
We're going to fit between the sluter and the tub. Yeah.
That's the idea behind it. Whether they do or not is a different question.
He's just gauging it now to make sure that those pieces are going to fit the whole way across the top. But the sluter right now isn't down in thin set or anything. We just tacked it down with a nail on both sides just to hold it in place, and that'll get actually thin setted in with the tile.
Yeah, with the top. For the front though, I'm just going to use a mastic instead of a thin set.
Alright, so we're going to use an 1/8 inch V-notch trowel. Now this is the same stuff that we use on backsplashes in kitchen applications.
Yeah, where once again they don't get a lot of water.
Right, where it's not going to see a whole bunch of moisture. To get things to stick on walls where gravity is going to have its way with it when we're trying to set it. This really holds your tile nice and tight when you stick it on the wall. And alright, there goes our first two 8x8s on the front of our tub deck. And you can see,
cut to the floor.
Yeah, he's going to put his cuts down to the floor and finish up with a full at the top. It always looks better. And as you can see, the tiles that then turn up on top of the tub deck, we've carried the grout joints straight up and right onto the deck. So we lined them up. See how we lined up our grout joints? That always looks better when you can, and you can't always do it, but when you can, whenever you're going up a tub deck wall, go up the face and turn your grout joint right on to the top of the deck so it lines up. When it's grouted, it looks like you knew what you were doing. Alright, so Tom is now laying out the cuts for the bottom. And notice we're using a tri-square. That's a small framing square that we use when we do our framing. It also works real nice when you're trying to draw straight lines across tile.
I don't know if you want to take these down and cut them while I keep going across.
Sure.
You can?
I can. Alright, so with the wet saw, it's real simple. This groove that's in the tray here that actually slides. See, this tray slides on this rail down here. Some of them have 2 rails. This one just has 1. But that's where your blades are going to be coming through the table. So, see our line on our tile that Tom drew. We want that line to be in the center of the groove in the table, because then we know that our wheel, our cutting wheel, which you can see right there, is going to come right up. You want to line your cutting wheel up right exactly with the edge of the blade. Let's see if I can get that right there. Alright, so you can see my wheel right there. I'm going to be coming in right down that pencil line the whole way through this tile. Okay, real simple. Nicest tool that you can rent or own for cutting tile. Alright, so he's spreading the mastic out across the whole front of the tub deck.
You get them already. Here's 2 more if you want. This one has the B on it. This one is my 1 piece. This one is the 2nd piece with this cut off.
Alright. Now we're going to get 2 out of 1 on this piece. Alright, so we got 2 pieces that are the same width, and one of them that was cut about 1 inch shorter than the other one. Alright, Tom marked those for me. I'm just the cut man. Alright, so we're keeping the top row of 8x8s the whole way along the Schluter full. We're cutting the bottom row to the floor. Real simple, just a tape measure, measure it, draw it with your pencil and the tri-square. The pieces across the top of the deck are going from the Schluter to the edge of the tub deck itself. Real simple, all the same size. And you can see Tom's just giving me pencil lines where he wants me to run it through the wet saw. And those cuts, then he'll put the cut side down to the floor and he'll keep the factory edge up to the other tile. You always want factory to factory and cuts to either walls or floors.
Yeah, you can cut them lines away. Yeah, if you want, you can put arrows up just so you know what's what. Or my cuts down. Those 2 are going there. Whenever, like when Ed just gave me these cuts right here, and then he just put these other 2 cuts somewhere. Where'd you put them, Ed?
Right on the floor by your knee there.
Alright. Whenever you go to install these, you gotta make sure you dry the backs off. That's all.
Get the water off in the wet saw.
Yeah, so take and dry the back off. And then you're ready to take and put them on there. Yay. 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 Our long It's getting a little bit crooked, bastard. Some gun, some gun.
Bottom one looks good.
Bottom looks good. I think I can push that one over that much.
That looks good. That'll grout in nice.
Okay.
Alright, let's take these two down to the saw and run these through.